Just noticing your breath. And allow that breath to relax your body. Allow this breath of God to relax your mind. And as thoughts come through, just say thank you and let it flow right on by. And just breathe. And with each breath, know that this breath of God is love, peace, and joy, and so much more. And allow this breath to circulate your entire body, where you may feel tension, stress, pain, or uncomfortableness. Direct that breath to those areas. And just imagine this breath absorbing that tension. See it in your mind's eye. And allow this breath, whatever color you like it to be, totally absorbing the tension, any discomfort. Direct it to where there may be pain in your body. And then allow yourself to scan your body again. Just scan your body from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet, and just notice. Notice each area. So starting with your head, coming down into your face, your eyes, ears, your nose, your throat, even your jaw. Is your jaw tight? If it is, direct the breath there, just to allow your jaw to relax. Just relax your being with your breath. And allow that breath to go down into your throat. And down into your shoulders. What are you shouldering? Are you trying to hold the world up? Are you trying to hold your family up? What are you shouldering? Breathe into those areas of tightness, stress, discomfort, and allow this breath to absorb that discomfort, that tension, that stress. Using your imagination, all things are possible. Allow it to come down your shoulders into your arms, your forearms, your elbow. Just noticing. Notice how your body feels. This is truly an opportunity to feel your body, to allow it to talk to you. Come down into the wrist and into your hands. You may even feel the tingle at the tip of your fingers. Still paying attention to your breath. Come back up to the back of your neck, the top of your cervical spine. And let's take time to go down our spine. Just notice what you feel. And if your eyes are closed and you have the gift of seeing, Just allow this breath, whatever color you like it to be, to absorb whatever is no longer of service to your body. Allow it to let go and be absorbed in this breath. And then when you breathe it out into the world, knowing that it can be transformed for the highest good of all. So coming down your spine to the thoracic part of your back, what are you noticing? Breathe it in and breathe it out into the world. And let's move down into the lumbar spine, the lower part of the back. What do you notice there? Breathe it in. And then let it all go. Giving it to the universe for transmutation. You have your sacrum and your coccyx. Just notice what you notice. Notice how you're sitting. And let's breathe it in. Letting go of anything that is no longer of service to us. Let it all go and give it to the universe by breathing it out. And then we'll go back to the front of our throat, coming down into our chest. Notice your lungs. What are you feeling in your lungs? What are they holding on to? Breathe it in, letting go, and breathe it out. Notice your ribs. They're protectors of your chest. And breathe it in after you notice what you're noticing. And let go of all that is no longer needed, no longer of service. Let it all go. And our wonderful heart that beats without us doing anything. Feel your heart. See what you see that you're holding on to. Sometimes the heart harbors hurts, pain, disappointment. Feel what you feel. And then breathe into that heart space, allowing this breath to take everything that is no longer needed, changing the stories, letting them all go. Breathe it in, and then breathe it out, all of it. And one more breath into the heart space, just knowing that the residue is ready to leave your heart as well. So breathe it in, letting go of all that is no longer of service, changing the stories, and then breathe it out into the universe where it can be transmuted, transformed for the highest good of our world. Just let it all go. And then feel your organs, your kidneys, your liver, your stomach, even those intestines. Believe it or not, we hold on to a lot of stuff in our intestines. Allow this breath to absorb, cleaning it out so that you can move forward. So just breathe into those areas and then blow it out. And breathe in again, because you're dealing with a lot of organs. So just sort of touch them all with this breath. Breathing in, including your spine, your spleen, anything that comes up for you. Let this breath absorb it. And then let it go. Let it all out. Coming down into our hips. What are you noticing in your hips? Breathe in. Letting go, letting go, letting go. And breathe it out. And then notice your thighs. What do you notice in your thighs? What kind of sensation or tightness? All the cells of our body holds on to energy. Good, bad, and indifferent, it holds it. And it's stored. As they say, the body keeps score. So we're allowing ourselves to release and let go. Go into the knees. Our knees represent pride and letting go. What do you feel in your knees, around your knees, in the back, the muscles, the tightness? Or are they loose? Breathing into that area, letting the breath take away whatever needs to be let go, and then breathe it out. And then go into the calves, and what are you feeling in your calves? Our legs move us forward. What's stopping us from moving forward? What are we holding on to that doesn't allow us to move forward? And wherever that tightness or discomfort or pain may be, just allow this breath. Remember, your breath is energy too. Allow the energy of this breath, this God breath, to absorb whatever is no longer needed in your legs. Breathe it in and then let it go. And then we're moving into our ankles. What do you feel in your ankles? Just breathe it in. Letting go. Letting go so the breath can absorb it. And then release it out. And last but not least, notice your feet. All the way down to your toes. What do you notice? Allow the breath of this energy to come forward and pull out anything that is holding you down. Just allow the breath to just absorb it and take it in and then breathe it out into the world. And in these last couple of moments, let's just rescan our body and notice the difference, the stress, the tension, the discomfort that has been released. And take one more deep breath in and hold it, hold it, hold it, and then breathe it out. Knowing that you have let go of all that is no longer of service that was ready to be released. And one more breath in, bringing you back to the present moment, breathing in. And release it. And just feel yourself sitting, the seat underneath you, or if you're lying down, the bed that you're lying in. And allow yourself to come back to the present moment. Taking another breath in and release it. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. And I thank you for being with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Our service will start shortly with the lighting of the candles. Thank you very much.
Good morning and welcome to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Roach, for that powerful meditation. I just promoted you. Yes, you did. Fantastic. We have a process of lighting the flames of faith. It's called a call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faith and all sentient beings come from the one and great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thoughts and experience, which we will honor right here, right now, today. As we light the first candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. As we light the second candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. As we light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. And as we light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. As we light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the faith of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental and physical healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives, and for the peace we're holding for them here at this center. And as Patricia lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of any and everyone you wish to have this experience of a healing flame of God's eternal love. And with that, we keep Michael Danaker and his wife in the light. Our very own Jackie Owens and her family in the light. And Tanya Elise Miller Johnson. And thank you. And so it is. Well, good morning once again to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. We're located down here in the Pasadena Playhouse District, just down the street and around the corner from us. That's a beautiful thing. So if you're on your way or thinking about coming, still have time. So thank you for joining us right here today and also online. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us today. Thank you, and give yourselves a round of applause. Just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge our volunteers to help make this service run, starting with our band. We have Brian on the drums.
Hey, Brian.
We have Chris Glick on the piano. And then we have Leon Johnson on the bass. There he is. We also have Dorothy and Sandra on the Hugs team. Sandra's not here. And then we have Milton, our parking lot commandant. And just so you know, we have dual parking or tandem parking. And if you parked on the outside, it's always good to take a picture of your license plates. So if you are blocking someone in who like to leave a little early, and we say, hey, it's a Honda out there, it's a Nissan with this license plate, at least you'll remember your license plate in the car that you drive. So we can I don't know what my license plate is, but that's okay. So what we're gonna do, we're going to let's do something different this Sunday, real quick. Let me ask you to take your phones out, please. Your cell phones.
Yes.
Hold them up. Now take your thumb, and I'm gonna ask you to kindly power your phone off. Power your phone off just for 1 hour and be here in the here and the now just for 1 hour, and don't let that 3-inch screen be a distraction from this service today. Let me get it, and so it is. Let me ask you to stand. We're going to read the inside of your bulletin. We're going to read that together, but before we do, we have this thing that we acknowledge each one with a sawabona, meaning I see you, or a namaste. The God in me salutes the God in you. So here's an opportunity for you to give a hug, say a hello, throw an air hug. You can throw me an air hug. and just acknowledge each other. Give a group hug. Fantastic. And we'll read the inside quote together. When I let Spirit lead, I release control and open to grace. I trust that the path unfolding before me is guided by wisdom greater than my own, and in that trust, I find peace, purpose, and unexpected miracles. Please remain standing as we sing our morning opening song with our guest singer, Elizabeth Hangan. So we're going to be hanging with Miss Hangan today.
Welcome again to Ahiah. Good morning. Good. I'm Patricia Roach. I'm a practitioner here, and I have the joy and privilege of doing the invocation and the reading. So let's just turn within, knowing that right where we are, God is. Feel that presence within and without. For God is everywhere present. God is love. God is the intelligence of this world, of the cells in your body. God is all-knowing, all wisdom, all intelligence. This thing that we call God is energy, and it is all power. It is that presence that is within each one of you here, each one of you watching online, and each one that chooses to be in the sound of my voice or hear my voice at any moment. For God is and I am. God is, I am. You are that presence. Each one of us is the presence that God is right here and right now. All the resources that are inside us are gifts of spirit. We have the answers to all of our problems, challenges, and whatever may come forward for us as individuals. We are blessed, and we are here for a reason. Each one of us has a purpose, and we live this life sharing the love, the peace, and the joy that we are. God starts with us each one of us as individualized expressions of the Most High God. Feel that loving right here and right now, flowing in through and all around each one of you. Flowing around me as I speak the word of the presence. So knowing that I am one with this presence, that all there is this presence as the one activity, one love, one peace, filled with joy. And it is here right now with each one of us. This service is blessed. Our speaker, Reverend Nicole, is speaking through that spirit that is within her. Each one of our volunteers are sharing their love in being here and greeting you. Our singer, Elizabeth, is sharing her voice, singing as God's voice, and our musicians are playing their instruments through themselves and through God. So I invite you just to feel the very presence and essence that God is right here and right now and throughout this service, for this service is a blessing. I invite each one of us to open our hearts, hear with those ears that hear beyond, see with the eyes of God, and know that you are greeting and connecting with that one presence, for we are all one. So as I am grateful and say thank you, God, with so much gratitude and appreciation, knowing that this service is a blessing to all, I just release my word, knowing it's already done in the mind of God, and together we say, and so it is. Amen. So I have two readings. One is from the Science of Mind magazine, and it's not today. It is from Thursday the 24th. But it says, going through difficult times. And I would venture to say that all of us are having difficult times in some way, shape, or fashion. It seems like everyone I talk to, something is going on in their lives. So let me do this down, okay. The quote is from Golda Meir, and it says, "Those who don't know how to weep with their whole hearts can't laugh either." And the second one is from Ernest Holmes' This Thing Called Life, one of my favorite books. "Learn to see through sickness into health, to see through poverty into success and abundance, to believe in the all-sustaining good, and learn to trust in God and be at peace." It reads, "We all will face tough and challenging times. Real peace comes from within as we deal with each of them. Research shows that most people are more resilient than we think. Most people have an astonishing capacity for emotional healing. They go through a dark period but find their way through it. When life hurts, let it hurt for a while, but trust you will get through it." Rabbi Harold Kushner tells of a 16-year-old girl who had juvenile diabetes. She was quite depressed. He told her, quote, "Life is unfair. You don't deserve this, but don't let this one thing define you." 30 years later, she was a wife, a mother, real estate agent, and a community leader. Holmes wrote, "If you experience some condition that makes you unhappy, you must know there is nothing in you that attracts this condition, nothing in you that holds it in place, and nothing in you that believes it must be this way." Several years ago, Stephen Colbert sat down with Anderson Cooper to discuss grief. They discussed topics like whether we can learn to love the things we most wish had never happened, and whether we can really become grateful for grief. Colbert believes we can. He told Cooper, "What do you get in loss? You get an awareness of other people's loss, which allows you to connect with that other person. It allows you to love more deeply and to understand what it's like to be a human being, if it's true that all humans suffer." And at the bottom, the affirmation is, "I know when difficult times appear in my life, I am not alone. Spirit is always with me. I know my faith will see me through this." And the second reading is, "I am guided by infinite wisdom." And that wisdom is within. I think I made a statement that all of us have the answers within us, because that is that presence and that force that God is that guides us. Today, I am immersed in the marvelous presence of truth and love. There is a unity, an absolute oneness between the Creator and the creation. There is a special rapport with the Spirit of infinite intelligence and divine love that is benefiting me right here and right now. There is a power within me that is unlimited. Because of this, I experience greater peace, greater abundance, greater joy, greater happiness. There is a greater knower within me that always knows. I turn to this knower for inner direction. The knower within me reveals how to resolve any situation and how to enjoy life. I think that's why we're here, to enjoy life. I am comfortable being me. I am at ease with myself. I feel good when I relate to myself. To thine own self be true. Success is a fulfilling of the law. I project the success that is in me. I step out in life to the newness that is right for me to accept, and I accept it now. God is sustaining and maintaining me every step of the way. Living is an adventure, and I venture out into life. I venture into new ideas and ideals. Life opens its doors to me, and my consciousness is now in tune with the knower, the unlimited source expressing through me. And so it is. Amen. I think that tells us ways how we can allow God to lead us.
Thank you very much, Patricia, for that wonderful meditation and reading. And welcome to Ahiah Center for Spiritual Living. I see some new faces just walked in. Thank you very much. Once again, we know that you could have been anywhere else this morning, but you chose to be with us right here this morning and also online. We are a trans-denominational metaphysical healing center, meaning that we honor all the different religions and faiths, as we did earlier this morning. So no matter what your background is, or maybe no background at all, we honor that. We honor you. You know, I came to this teaching back in 2005, and this teaching makes you responsible for your thought, your actions, and your consequences. And I was just sharing with Ben Salas this morning that in school, younger, having a Christian background, we used to blame everything on the devil, and yeah, we still, some of us still do. And I don't know, a lot of us, we may have heard of Flip Wilson, the comedian, yes. And he would always say, that skit he would do with Geraldine, and The Devil Made Me Do It. So I'm in the 6th grade, and this girl in the 6th grade class, the hall from me, she used to wear a wig. And we had a bet that I wouldn't flip her wig off after school. So after school, I ran up behind her, flipped her wig off and ran, thought I got away with it. The next day, Miss Donaldson, never will forget her, she called me into the class, and I went over there, and she said, now, Frederick, that was wrong what you did, and why did you, I'm crying in front of the class, I'm feeling embarrassed now, I thought I got away with it. And she said, now, why did you do that? That was just wrong. And I saw Flip Wilson the night before, and I said, the devil made me do it. She said, oh, the devil made you do it? I said, yes, ma'am, the devil made me do it. All the kids laughed, and they joked with me until the end of the school year. Every time they looked at me, they said, well, the devil made you do it? Yeah, the devil made me do it. So there's no devil here. You did it on your own. You own that, and you deal with the consequences, so that's how it goes. So we want to invite Miss Hangan to the stage. We're hanging with Miss Hangan. Thank you very much. Thank you for allowing me to be your human highlighter, Elizabeth Hangan.
Why, thank you, Frederick. It's always good to be hanging out at church, right? It's good to be hanging out at church. Well, there's God in everything. That's all I got to say about that. I see joy, I see peace, I see goodness surrounding me. I see love in every breath that I breathe. I see God in everything. I see happiness, I see freedom. I see the beauty that lives in me. I see perfection in what life brings. I see God in everything. I feel joy, I feel peace, I feel goodness surrounding me. I feel love in every breath that I breathe. I feel God in everything. I feel happiness, yes, I feel freedom. I feel beauty that lives in me. I feel perfection in what life brings. Oh, I feel the God in everything. I know joy and I know peace. I know goodness surrounding me. I know love in every breath that I breathe. I know God in everything. I know happiness and I know freedom. I know the beauty that lives in me. I know perfection in what life brings. I know God in everything. I know God's in everything. One more time, y'all. I know God's in
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. That was beautiful. So that's the talk today. God is in everything. We're done. Let's go have brunch. Thank you, Frederick and Patricia, for your lovely welcoming and invocation and reading. It's all coming down to one thing. God is in everything. And today's talk is Let Spirit Lead. And this month, we've been discussing our radiant freedom. And what does radiant freedom feel like? Grace and ease, right? When I'm experiencing radiant freedom, there's grace and ease, there's trust. I get to surrender without judgment. I let God lead. I take my bloated nothingness and I step back. I was having a conversation with my best friend. I'm her crazy woo-woo California friend. And I was telling her about what our talk was about today. And she kind of, okay. And I could tell it didn't resonate with her. I'm like, oh my God, Spirit gets to lead. And she's like, And I said, well, do you believe in a power? Is there a spirit in your life? I know she doesn't believe in God, but how about an energy? Do you believe in the energy? And she kind of didn't really respond. So I said, well, what do you call it when good things happen? When you set your intention to manifest something, what do you call that? And she said, luck. And I went, okay, we can go with that. Because the great part about this energy, and I put this slide together, this is Ernest Holmes, our founder. He said, there's a power for good in the universe greater than you, and you can use it. I know I've said that quote before, and I've said it multiple times. But there is a power in the universe that we can use for our good. And it works for us whether we know it or not, whether we're conscious of it or not, whether we go, hey, there's a spirit, or like my friend says, oh, it's luck. It's working the same way. But the way it works even better is our actions, taking actions, and really recognizing in our consciousness that this law is working for my highest good. So action and intention and awareness that this law is happening. And I know we all here know that. But at what level do we know that? I was living in an apartment, and all of a sudden this little voice said to me, hey, Nikki, maybe it's time to buy a house. I was paying, I think, $525 rent for a one-bedroom. And the other part of me said, oh my God, how are you going to afford a mortgage for a house? The upkeep of a house. I don't know. I have no idea. But that New Year's Eve, December 31st, I was at a party at a restaurant with a group of friends. It was like family style. And 10, 9, I'm buying a house this year. 8, I'm buying a house this year. Happy New Year, I'm buying a house this year. I had no idea how it was going to happen. I really $525. I mean, how am I going to pay for a mortgage? So I went and I got pre-approved for a loan, and they gave me a loan for $500,000. Like, whoa, I couldn't afford a mortgage. But I started looking in that February. I put an offer in on a house on Stagg Street in Canoga Park. The reason I remember the name of the street, because that's where my great-grandparents lived. They lived on Stagg Street. I'm like, oh my gosh, my great-grandparents are helping me. They are my spiritual guides, and they've found this house for me, and they want me to live on the same street. I didn't get the house. I was devastated. So I kept looking, and then I walked into this other house. I think I looked from Pasadena to, I don't know, Agoura, everywhere. I took the Thomas Guide. Does anyone remember the Thomas Guide? Yeah. I took the Thomas Guide. I Xeroxed the pages. I taped it together, and I crossed off different parts. And I'm like, I don't know. And I walked into this house. I was grumpy. I had seen so many houses that day, and my realtor's like, I have one more. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I walked in. I'm like, well, this is kind of cute. Okay. Then, the bars on the window we might have to take off. And so I went in, and the price of the house was my top of at that point, what I thought the most I could pay. And the homeowner happened to be there. And I said to her, I'm going to put the offer in on the house at your price, the full price. But if you come back, I can't go any higher. So I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste your realtor time, my realtor time. This is the price. So you know what she did? She came back with what price she came back with? $2,000 less to help with moving expenses, right? So this is the house I bought in Van Nuys, and woohoo, yes, we can clap about that. Yeah, I wasn't praying for something, but I was leaving myself open, and what came, it came by the grace of God. So I just happened to get, this house. God said, here's a house for you, but there's a great story with it. My next door neighbor who lives behind me came over to introduce himself, and I was telling him I'm a tennis pro and this and that. The next day he came back and he said to me, oh, I Googled you. I was like, okay. He's like, the wine bistro came up. I'm like, the wine bistro? Well, guess where I spent New Year's Eve? At the wine bistro. And guess what his wife remembers? Talking to a tennis pro. We were in family style, and she was sitting over there, and I remember the conversation. I mean, this is August now. It's 9 months later. And he said, yeah, my wife remembers talking to you on New Year's Eve at the wine bistro. Oh, you mean the very moment when I was declaring to the universe I was buying a house? And I'm moving next door? This was like my third offer that I put in. So I was leaving myself open for grace. And by the grace of God, I moved next door to the people who were standing next to me when I declared I was buying a house. Now, I was teasing them saying I wish they lived in Studio City or Beverly Hills, but that's a whole nother story. But I was leaving myself open, and I was upset that I didn't get that house that my ancestors were on. But God showed me 9 months earlier my neighbors. And I was having a conversation with a mentor yesterday, and he said, I have it in here somewhere. He had, spirit is loving, efficient, and ecological. What does ecological mean? Ecological means that it works together. And the topic came up because we were talking with a woman who was going through some health challenges. And she said that her brother moved from New York to live with her. And he just happened to be going through a divorce. So she needed help, he needed a place to stay. So the universe, in loving, efficient support, ecologically better for the whole environment, put them together. So sometimes spirit leads us in interesting ways that even we don't understand. We don't even see what's happening. This situation's happening, and guess what? We're going to give you help. There's always helpers. We need to look around. There's always helpers. So when we let spirit lead, it's about alignment. It's not about passivity. It's the universe meets us at our point of action and intention. And it's through intuition and synchronicity. I was laying in bed the other day, and I was like, God, I miss martial arts. I love doing martial arts. Gosh, I wonder if my old teacher's around. Oh, you know what? He's in Thailand. He was in Hawaii. He was in Colorado. I don't know. Yeah. So I'll see on Facebook where his status is. Well, it said living in Los Angeles. And so I sent him a Facebook message. Who uses Facebook still? But I sent him a Facebook message, and he replied. And we got together, and we were talking. He moved back 3 weeks earlier. Had I thought of this like a month earlier, which I was thinking about it, but that day, 3 weeks later, after he came back to Los Angeles, I sent him a Facebook text. And so Spirit always gives us the helpers. And so I met up with him, and we're doing some martial arts again, and it was so much fun. So it's like the timing, it's efficient, it's easy. When Spirit flows, when our consciousness is open to it, it will do what we entertained. I was thinking of martial arts, and then there he was. He's a great martial arts teacher. If anyone wants to do martial arts or internal Tai Chi and Qigong work, he's fantastic. You know, our mind is more than just an instrument. We've conditioned it. It's absolutely unconditioned until we start listening to race consciousness, until we start determining our beliefs from our family of origin or our past trauma or history. Our mind can't stop us thinking from any different thoughts. But we can use our mind to change these patterns. We were talking about stories in Coffee and Earnest this morning, about how when we decide to change our mind right here and right now, all of a sudden it just switches. There's a lot of universal belief that our supply is outside of us. You know what? I need to go outside of us. But as Patricia was saying, everything is within us. The song that Elizabeth was singing, it's all within us. That is kind of a coincidence that you both are talking about the same thing. But the truth is, I am the supply. I am. So nothing, oops, I already did that one. Universal belief is that supply is outside of us in the world, and that we must struggle to get it. I remember I had to work hard for my money. I had to, idle hands were the devil's playground. The devil made me do it. I was bored. But so I spent my whole life working hard. So what is our resistance to letting go? So this was our slide for the month. It's the Radiant Freedom slide, where there's chains, and then we just turn into these free-flowing birds. What is the resistance? What do we have? We have our stories. What if I lose control? I used to think that I like everything organized. But then also, if you know me, I'm one of the most spur-of-the-moment people. I really trust spirit. That intuition hits. I have this illusion that I like control and everything in its order, but yet I'll hop on a flight, I'll change my flight. This whole thing with us not allowing to change our flights is very challenging for me because now that Southwest has that, the Wanna Getaway Plus, I could change my flight home. It makes it a little bit less expensive because I always love to just hop on a plane, just change what I'm doing, just switch things up. But it's that fear of losing control. I'm not going to trust spirit. It's listening to that inner voice. We are attached to things. We are attached to our beliefs. This is how things are supposed to be. This is what I need to do. This is who I am. We talked about mask, my last talk, about letting that mask go. I'm not that mother, the wife, the sister. I am this divine being having this human experience. Cultural conditioning, the hustle and bustle, the push rather than receiving to allow things to us. One day you'll look back and realize the only thing that truly held me back was the story I keep telling myself about why I couldn't do it. Is there a story right now in your life that you're telling yourself you can't do it? Mine right now is the thought of turning my garage into an ADU. I keep telling myself that story. I don't know, it's so expensive, all the dust. I don't know, the permits. Oh my gosh, what about my dogs? What about, I don't know, I don't want to pay 7% interest right now. I like my 3% interest. I really want to pay 7%. This is where I'm leading myself in fear, not faith. Because if I let spirit lead, I'm going to get the right and perfect architect, the right and perfect financing is going to come, the beautiful building, my garage, 2-story ADU. I have it visualized. I need to see it. So how does spirit lead us? That whisper, that intuition, that little oh gosh, I haven't done martial arts in so long. And there it happens. Is there something a voice inside your head that's telling you that you really want to do something? Is there something you want to do? Ben, is there something you want to do? Head for the mountains. Albert, is there something you want to do? Go to the beach. Rosanna, is something you want to do? Take ballet again. Oh, I love that. I see my dear friend Patrick hiding in the back, and I want to say hi. I'm so happy you're here. Patrick, is there something you want to do? Climb Camel, yes. Yes. So when after service, please say hi to my dear friend Patrick. This is his first time listening to me speak, so I'm so happy he's here. So how do we get there? How do we do this? We do visioning. We do visioning here at the church. We're doing visioning for our health fair. We're doing visioning for the center, the growth of the center. We're doing visioning for our music program, classes. We're doing visioning for our camps, our kids program, our health and wellness fair. What are you going to do visioning for? Is there something in your life? My ADU, want to help me vision for my ADU? Meditation. Meditation is a great way to focus. great way to listen to the heart. I pulled out this book by Joel Goldsmith because when my friend said that, I don't believe in that energy, I'm like, but it's a consciousness. And so I grabbed this book and I started going through all the quotes, and some of these quotes I got here for today's talk were from this book. And he says around meditation, our consciousness contains all that we need tomorrow, next week, next year, and unto eternity, and right now, this very moment. To bring this into activity, we must develop the practice of meditation in which we can be holders and watch these things appear in our life. And what's the multiplying factor of this? Gratitude, right? We've talked about gratitude. It makes no difference what we wish to draw from within ourselves. It's already there. But we must develop the inner beholding, which creates a vacuum. Then, whatever we need flows into that expression, whether it is business employees, more capital in our business, a new idea, an ADU, a ballet class, going to the beach. It does not exist in time and space. It exists within our consciousness, and we must develop a mode of prayer which becomes a listening attitude so God's grace can flow out from us. It will if we live and move and have our being in the realization that God is our consciousness, and consciousness is the substance of all form and activity necessary for our life. And I know, right? This book is amazing. I mean, I have so much of it underlined. I encourage you to maybe make it a book study book one day. And what does Reverend Mike say? A thought and a feeling get together, makes a baby, right? So we have that feeling, that intention, that energy, that thought. It comes together, and then we have form. We have our manifestation. It's really when, there's also our spiritual mind treatment that we do. And we'll do one today. Sacred listening, journaling, walking. I walk my dogs every morning. I didn't walk them today because I had to get here. They'll be very mad at me. I'll walk them when I get home. It's that sacred listening, taking those sacred steps, conscious of our walking, conscious of what we're thinking. And then when we surrender to who, how, why, and when, Spirit shows up. Any places that are taking change in our outside start within ourselves. At the picnic yesterday, I was talking to my mentor, and I told him how I had this health condition that I've had for a really long time. It seems to be clearing up. And he said, well, what did you change a year ago? And I said, I don't know. And then I realized I started taking this workshop that's about being in the presence, being in love, being in that centering ourselves, holding ourselves in that love, holding ourselves in that spirit. And that's where my change came from. I realized I started that a year ago, and that's how my body internally, so whether it's a mental, physical, spiritual, it all starts within us. No one can strive or struggle. It's not a struggle. It's not won by struggling. It's about releasing ourselves and opening ourselves up to grace. It's our consciousness. We must learn how to open our consciousness to allow the flow of this love to come and heal us, to heal anything that is holding us back. I like the Rumi slide. Where's my Rumi slide? Did I miss my Rumi slide? Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. So in this point, your task is not to seek for spiritual guidance, to let Spirit lead, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you've built against it. What barrier am I holding myself back from? What is causing me to not think I can do the ADU, even though the thought of 7% interest, that's going to be so expensive? So I'm really inviting all of us as a community to come together, to hold each other, to lift each other, to pray with each other, to talk with each other. Come to Coffee in Earnest, come to classes, go to our book study, go to our Wednesday night healing circles. Let's be a people, let's move in trust, not in tension. Let's pause before we push. Listen before we leap. Allow before we assume. This is why we come together. Spiritual practices are perishable. So we keep coming back to church. We keep going to Coffee in Earnest. We keep talking with our friends, our prayer partners. And then when one single person starts awakened to the ultimate reality of life, we create a similar awakening in human being. So we are the way showers of our community. We are the way showers of our United States. We are the way showers. So we can come together, because someone's going to be like, ooh, I want some of what that is. Ooh, I want some of what she's doing. Because when we see other people, it's like, oh, it motivates me. I want to be that. I want that. So that's why we're here today, because we're learning to let Spirit lead, to show other people that there is a different way. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to strife. No more struggle, no more strife. Let God lead my life. That might be a good song. Okay, that is a song. We become, I don't know why my slides are out of order. We become conscious of this indwelling Spirit within us, this divine presence living within us, going before us, doing things for us, bringing to us everything necessary to our spiritual life. The Spirit introduced me to my next door neighbors 9 months before I moved in there with them. Spirit already has a master plan. Reverend Mike and I were friends at Freedom to Choose 15 years ago before I even came to the center. Spirit was already introducing us to each other. Who has Spirit introduced you to that you don't even know yet? Right? So let's just go inside. Let's go to that place of this deep wisdom, this deep knowing. And just close our eyes and drop into this divine truth where Spirit always dwells, right here and right now. I recognize that there's only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that knows the way, that is the way, that lovingly guides me with grace and ease every step of my journey. My Father and I are one. I affirm that I am not separate from this power. I'm an expression of it. I am made of it, this God stuff, this universal star dust. And because of this truth, I do not need to force or fear. I release the illusions that I have to have it all figured out. I have to do it all alone, that there's not enough. Instead, I turn inward and I let Spirit take the wheel. I allow myself to be guided, not buy into the chaos of the world, the lie witness news, not by the noise of fear, lack, limiting beliefs, but by the deep, still, radiant whisper of truth within me, that Spirit-led divinity. I trust the unfolding. I trust the pauses. Delays are not denials, just opportunity for more growth. I trust the detours. I trust the nudges that don't always make sense. They lead me down new roads where my highest and best awaits me. I surrender to the need to know how. I surrender to the need to know how it's going to work out. In doing so, I step into the mystical path of the miracles. And today I am guided by this love, guided by this faith, guided by this presence. I am powered by peace. I am anchored in this wisdom. And I walk forward in faith, knowing that what is mine cannot be denied. And what is unfolding is always for my highest good. I am walking in this radiant freedom. I am walking letting Spirit lead. I am walking to my highest and best. And I just release this to the law. It is done, done, done. Done. And together we say, and so it is. How does that feel, knowing that there's nothing you really have to do except your intentions and trust? I kept coming up with affirmations and I liked them all, and I didn't know which one to delete. So we're going to do a few. All right? I'll say it, and then we'll say it together. I release control and allow divine wisdom to guide me. I release control and allow divine wisdom. I trust the unfolding of my journey. Spirit speaks to me in ways I understand. I am listening. Spirit speaks to me in ways I understand. I am listening. I follow the call of my heart with courage and faith. Follow the call of my heart with courage and faith. I move in grace, knowing I'm divinely led in every moment. Moving in grace. Yeah. Done. Woohoo. Yeah, those are going to be in our newsletter, so please open up your newsletter. I make an effort to copy paste those every week, so if you forget them, they're going to be right there. And so, yeah. Wow, I'm feeling a little out of body right now. Okay, conscious contributions. So as the Milton and Dorothy walk down, you could put your contributions in that. And so as we gather in the sacred space, we recognize the infinite abundance of spirit that flows through all things. With open hearts, we give these offerings as a testament to our faith in divine. May these gifts serve to uplift, heal, and nurture our community, extending love, peace, and kindness to those who need it most. We give in gratitude, knowing that as we give, we participate in the endless cycle of good that returns to us multiplied. May offerings be a blessing, expanding the reach of love and light into our community, our country, into the world, and our universe. And so it is. So those who wish to give, you can either do here or give online at ahiah.com donate. You can mail a check to Ahiah CSL 150 North El Molino Avenue, Pasadena 91101, or text to give 616-229-2225. That's 616, even though the Pasadena area code is 626. All right. So let's do our affirmation. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving as I share my gift with life. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And so it is. Amen and amen. Thank you. Ooh, Elizabeth again. Yay.
You make me feel shy. Feeling unsatisfied with your everyday life, there must be more. Let there be more. As you look out your window, you see the world stretched out before you. You can taste it, you can feel it. You must be the call. Let Spirit move you to the good that is waiting for you. Let Spirit guide you to things you're meant to do. Trust the Spirit inside of you. Love divine, life expressions. Your thoughts become actions. You can change old to new. It's God in action, working through you. Can't you see it? Can't you feel it? You must heed the call. So let Spirit move you to the good that is waiting for you. Let Spirit guide you. All the things you're meant to do. Trust Spirit inside of you. Hey. Let Spirit move you to the good that is waiting for you. Thank you.
Apparently, you have to turn this on for people to hear you. Who knew? Who knew? All right. So we have the teens are away at youth camp, and so we have our junior church today. Woohoo! Come on down.
Good morning. We are a mighty group of two this morning. Yay, us. So Alejandra is going to tell you what we did. We were very creative this morning.
So today we painted landscapes, and I made this landscape for my cats because they're always hiding away from me. Don't know why. Probably because I chase them, but I made this landscape.
Nice. Thanks, Alejandra.
And the funniest thing is she told me that she and her sister have two fish, and their names are Bubbles and Stephanie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Alejandra. And let's just send Lisa and Jessica and Malachi and all our teens a lot of love, peace, joy, happiness as they experience camp and knowing that, all is going amazingly for them. And Lisa's getting lots of sleep and quiet time and she's having a joy. We all know how much Lisa loves camp. And everyone up there at Cedar Ridge, all the campers. So we'll say, I'm going to ask Nancy Johnson to come up and share.
I don't know that I'm going to share. I'm going to ask you to share. If you have some extra change in your pocket today, this is my last day to collect money to go shopping for the kids at Friends Indeed in our community that need help getting their school supplies. So there's stuff out there. Milton and I are going to take it out to the car. I'm going to turn it in this week, but I have to go shopping first. So donations are accepted. Any amount will do. There's a lot of children needing our help this time, and we need to stand up and share our abundance because we live and believe in that philosophy. The more you give, the more you receive. It comes back to you in different ways. So if anybody wants to make one last donation, I'm open to that, okay? Thank you.
And for $15, I got a whole bag full of supplies.
Oh, thank you.
So, you can just, money, even $5 goes a long way towards.
Because right now, of course, they have all the back to school sales and things going on. So $5 buys crayons and pencils and books. All the kids need these things. So thank you again, Nicole.
You're welcome.
See what you can do with $15. Thank you.
You can buy a lot. You can buy a lot. Thank you, Nancy, for all your hard work with that. My class is online. We started on Monday last week, and it's a lot of fun. It's some deep work. Chris is in it. Yeah, we have Patricia in it, and all these other wonderful people are in it. We're really enjoying it. So this Monday will be the final day to join. If you want to join, it's 7 to 9 p.m. After center, we're going to celebrate our June and July birthdays. And I was going through the July birthdays, so there's only a couple. Who else has a June or July birthday? June or July birthdays? All right, yeah, Connie, our first-time visitor. Connie, because you're here today, we're celebrating your birthday. Okay, so we'll have some little yum-yums and zoom-zooms and whammies. What does Reverend Mike say? Wham-whams. So after service, we'll have some munchies out there, some little cupcakes. And then stay after because Harry Hart Brown just walked in, and he is doing this amazing play called The Boy Who Saw True. He just performed this last week at the La Crescenta Church, and they said, my rave review of your spectacular one-man performance. This play is delightful. It is based on the actual diary of a young English boy in the 1880s who shares his clairvoyant experience, which he slowly discovers not everyone has. The experiences he has of spirits, auras, fairies, and elves is both engaging and fun. As a performer, Harry has a wonderful charm about him that captures the essence of the young boy that is touching and thought-provoking. Well worth booking. So that's $20 afterwards, and you're here, And what a beautiful day for a little date for yourself to come watch this play. So I'll be staying. I have the square so we can take credit card or cash or through the breeze. Men's group next week, peer pressure, Frederick, yes? Yes, Frederick will be hosting our men's group. The ladies group is being postponed because several of us won't be here next week, so we'll have that the following month. My coffee in earnest has been fantastic. We had 10 of us there today. And we had some profound conversation. It was wonderful. So it's half an hour before church. It's free. Come grab a cup of coffee, hang out, and we talk. We just have great conversations. My Artist Way ongoing journey, our next meeting is August 2nd. We have our health and wellness fair coming up September 20th. Elizabeth is going to do a song circle. I had to ask her exactly what that was. So we'll be doing that. I have a Tai Chi. We have Tai Chi. We have breath work. I have an Enneagram class. I have a horror astrology class. We have speakers about anxiety, forgiveness trio, whole lots of fun stuff. If you want to be a presenter, a vendor, or know someone, please mark your calendars, let them know, let me know. Our ongoing book study, Victory Over Fear and Worry, our healing circle, our practitioners, wave your, stand up or wave your hands. There's a lot of Kelly's back there, Myrna, Chris, everyone, Frederick's here. If you want a little quick check up from the neck up, you can do that, or you can book a longer session with them. In our pews, we have our ministry of prayer. Put it in the affirmative in the box in the back, and the practitioners will pray over it. Dial a prayer is back. Kelly's got that going, so you could dial 626-795-4216, option 7, and get an automatic prayer. Isn't that amazing? All right, let's do our concluding song, and we will celebrate this day. I'll invite Elizabeth and the band, so if everyone wants to stand up and join us.
Check, check, check. Can you feel the spirit in this place? See the love of God in every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children. Check, check. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Can you feel the joy in this place? See the love of God, oh, on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children. So we come together, united here as one. We raise our voices in praise. We celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Can you feel the power in this place? See the love of God on every face. Every creed and color we embrace. We are all God's children. Living in grace. So we come this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Yeah, we gonna celebrate this day. Come on and celebrate this day. Yeah. Celebrate this day. Come on, celebrate this day. Celebrate this day. Yeah. Celebrate this day. Hey, celebrate this day. Come on and celebrate. Come on and celebrate this day. Hey, celebrate this day. Yeah.
Yes, celebrate this day. Let's do our benediction. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is in all my affairs. I accept it, I am it, and I share it. Just the way it appears and just the way it appears not. Thank you, life. Amen and amen. Thank you, everyone, for letting me celebrate this day with you. Please join us in the fellowship hall for some munchies and to celebrate Connie's birthday and anyone else's birthday in June and July. Oh, Patricia's birthday also. All right. Thank you, loves. We'll see you in the fellowship hall.